Hi again, everybody. Bill Phillips here. It is a Wednesday. Some people like to call it hump day. It's the middle of the week. It's a Wednesday, and we are closing in on the weekend, and we're closing in on almost the first full week of the Olympic Games. And one of the things that was a big headline story throughout these games or leading up to these games was Simone Biles on a redemption tour, of course, back in Tokyo, unable to really compete the way she was expected to because of the twisties. She's talked about her mental health issues and how one of the things she does every week is Thursdays. She meets with her therapist and makes sure she is where she needs to be mentally, physically, and emotionally as she heads into competitions. And from the looks of things, from what happened at the Olympics yesterday, she is in fine shape in all of those things because she was absolutely phenomenal leading the United States women to the team championship and a gold medal yesterday. Just sensational. Jordan Childs, teammate, Suni Lee, the teammate, just absolutely phenomenal. Jade Carey, I believe. I want to say the last name correctly, but she hit a vault that was sensational. But it's all Simone Biles, all of the stars that were there. So everybody there, and we'll talk about that. We'll talk about the Olympics. Talk about avocados. Maybe you love a mutt. Nothing wrong with that. Maybe even a little bit of the West Virginia Derby today. So I want to welcome everybody in. I want to thank everybody for being here on this Wednesday and joining in. If you have a comment to make, if you want to make a comment about the Olympics, you want to make a comment about any of the National Day stuff that we talk about or anything that we talk about, or if you have a topic you want to talk about, make sure you just chime in and do that with the comment section. If you do that, greatly appreciate it. And right now, one of the things I want to let you know is I greatly appreciate Valley Converting for helping us bring this to you each and every day. Valley Converting, getting in that recycled paperboard. So you want to give some of your paper to them. They'll recycle it, take care of it, helping the environment as they continue to do that. So right now, let's hear from the people at Valley Converting.
Every piece of paper has a story. What if that story didn't end when you were done with it?
At Valley Converting, we turn your old paper products into recycled paperboard, continuing the story.
Locally owned and operated in Toronto, Ohio, bringing your paper to Valley Converting isn't just about recycling.
It's about supporting a cleaner, greener future for all of us.
We are here 5 days a week to help you make some green by going green.
And remember,
recycle for your future.
Again, thank you to Valley Converting. Thank you to Mike Biasi, the leader of that group in Toronto, Ohio. Can't thank them enough. And we're talking about the Olympics to get started. We're talking about Simone Biles and the U.S. women's gymnastics team. Absolutely sensational yesterday. And then how about Italy? They hadn't won a medal in women's gymnastics in over 90 years, nearly 100 years. They end up getting the silver medal, and Brazil wins their first ever medal in gymnastics as they take the team bronze for the women's competition. And then what a finish in the rugby matchup, United States and Australia for the bronze medal. You want to talk about, we talk about walk-off home runs, walk-off base hits, game-winning shots. I've never seen one in rugby. I haven't seen that many rugby games. But then all of a sudden, the United States gets a turnover and they score on basically they get a try on basically the final play of the game. And they go on to win and grab the bronze medal. Absolutely sensational. First medal in women's rugby for the United States in the sevens over in France. And I want to say hello. Dennis checking in. Today is newspaper day in Payton City. Wetzel and Tyler papers come in the mail on Wednesday. Interesting. So now, Dennis, does that cover the whole week? Or does it have stories that are going to cover the whole week? Like the first, Sunday through Wednesday, here's what happened. And then the Thursday, Friday portions of the papers, it gives you what's going to happen, what you can do over the weekend. How does that work? So, let us know how that works on newspaper day. If it's recap first 3 days, previewing the next 2 days, but a big day in Payton City, newspaper day. Wetzel and Tyler papers appear on Wednesdays in the mail. Interesting. Craig, good morning. Are all the kids in the same family on the Valley Converting commercial? No, they are not. They're the main kids that you see speak individually in the commercial. They are indeed from the same family. They are the son and daughter of Mike Biasi, and then at the end, the group shot tends to be family and friends in that group shot as well. So just helping the younger generation get out there, recycle. Mike's always looking to include as many people as he can in whatever project he does. Just one of the good people in the Ohio Valley, one of the good businesses as well. So it's just an interesting way he does things. He's always looking to include people, always looking to be inclusive, do things for the community. They have the Biasi Shuma race up in Toronto, and that's one of the 4 races. And everybody supports everybody in those races. So if you're looking for someone to support you, Mike, here's a guy you want to check in with. All right, Dennis says 1 paper per week. What has happened in the past week? Okay. All right. So there you go. So if you're looking for a preview, maybe word of mouth, but interesting. Do you enjoy the 1 paper per week? Do you like that? Or would you prefer getting a paper every day? I used to love the newspaper. Used to love getting the newspaper, especially on a Sunday morning, crack that new paper, and just go through the whole thing. You take a good bit of the day going through it and really finding out what's going on in the world around you. But then, newspapers haven't been the same way in recent years. But so, Dennis, do you like the 1 paper per week, or would you like to see more of that? So back to the Olympics. So you have the walk-off, you have the gymnasts, you have the swimming. A lot of good finishes in the swimming yesterday. A lot of silver and bronze for the United States in the pool yesterday. But some great races, some fantastic races. And the one thing that I've said to people, that's a slow pool. Not a lot of world records. And Rowdy Gaines, who's the analyst for the swimming, he refers to it. He doesn't say a slow pool. He says a shallow pool. A deeper pool would probably give you better times because you don't have as much turbulence coming in and out of turns that would affect the swimming and affect how fast people can go through the water. But it is a slower pool. You see a deeper pool, you're probably going to have quicker times. But the races have been sensational. So it's been a fabulous meet so far to watch. And Marty checking in now. Peacock Gold Zone is a great way to watch the Olympics. Now, Marty, what was the event? You told me the weightlifting event that somebody won, and it was the first medal for their country. And I can't remember. I was trying to look it up yesterday. I think you brought that up the other day. If you didn't, if you remember who brought it up, if anyone knows that somebody won a weightlifting medal for their country, it may have been gold. It was the first one in their country's history. And I was trying to look that up to see it, and I wasn't able to find it because I couldn't remember exactly the country. But yeah, absolutely. Gold Zone's a good way to do it. I looked up the fencing the other day. Philippines women's weightlifting. Okay. Favorite Olympic event? Ooh, wow. That's a good one. I love swimming. When I was a kid, I wanted to go to the Olympics and swim. I wanted to swim in the 100 butterfly or the IM, the individual medley. So swimming is always, I love watching the swimming, but it's hard to beat the 100-meter final. In men's and women's track and field. That is, who's the fastest in the world, who can run the fastest. Everybody can run. Not everybody can swim. Not everybody can throw a javelin. But when you're a kid out there, everybody's having races trying to see who's the fastest. And that's always one of those sensational events. But, I guess that would be the number one event. But in terms of, overall, I really love watching the swimming, but I can watch anything. I mean, I sit down, I put on I watched badminton the other day. Fantastic. I was watching some table tennis this morning. The BMX bikes today, beach volleyball, Snoop Dogg swimming with Michael Phelps. Has Snoop Dogg been everywhere? He's been everywhere. So he's been around. But so I can watch anything and everything. You put on the rowing. I had an opportunity to do a story on a rower a few Olympics ago from Pittsburgh area that actually went on to win gold, went to Notre Dame, won gold. It was great to do a story on her and then to see her achieve at Notre Dame and then win an Olympic gold medal. It's just, and then Hunter Armstrong so far, my highlight of this Olympics has been watching him in that third leg of the relay and really win that race for the United States or put them in front and to stay. So yeah, I've got a bunch, but if I had to say overall sport, swimming, and then the one thing you don't want to miss is that 100-meter final in the track. But then I watch everything. I really do. And the badminton is crazy. The cross country horse jumping the other day, phenomenal. So I'm all over the place. Philippines women's weightlifting. So I have to look that. Okay, I couldn't remember, and it was a gold medal. So there we go with our Olympic coverage for today. Now, I know everybody's got an opinion on avocados. Love them, hate them. Some people love them, some people hate them. They're all right. I like them. Guacamole's good. Depending on how I like a little spice. How do you like your guacamole? You like your guacamole with a little spice? You like it blander? You like the avocado just on toast? But the guacamole on chips, a little bit. I love a little Tabasco, little Tabasco on there. Give it a little heat. Not too much, just a little spice. But holy guacamole. This was from today. Just like every July 31st, Wednesday is National Avocado Day. Technically, how about this? Technically, a fruit, not a vegetable. Avocado is a fruit, not a vegetable. Avocados have plenty to offer. A taste, healthy omega-3 fatty acids, vitamin C, E, and K, and potassium, so you won't cramp up. So that's good. I caught myself there. Didn't want to say crap up. You don't want to crap up. You don't want to cramp up. The potassium is going to help you there. Has more fiber and protein than any other fruit. So that's good. You got to like the protein and the fiber. That would help with that other comment we just made, wouldn't it? Maybe. Mark the day by enjoying an avocado by itself, some chips and guacamole, or be a hipster, it says here. Have avocado toast for brunch. Some fun facts. There are more than 1,000 varieties of avocados. I did not know that. That's a lot of avocado varieties. Not only are avocados actually a fruit, but more specifically, they are considered a berry. You post your recipes, just get them out there. But anybody into the guac? Do you like your guac spicy? Do you like, how do you like your guac? So it's avocado day. All right, Dennis is back on the paper. Here we go. One paper per week is the only option for county papers. One paper per week is the only option for county papers. Weekly paper keeps us informed. Wheeling and Parkersburg have daily and Sunday papers. We buy Sunday paper for holiday ads and coupons. All right, Dennis, I like it. You've got Dennis actually has a system down with his newspapers. I like that. You got to stay informed. You got to find out in newspapers, local television stations, radio stations. Have to, pardon me, have to keep, looking at what's going on with officials in your town, in your county, making sure everybody's doing what they're supposed to do. So Dennis has it on lock with all of the papers he's looking at, keeping up to date. All right, so we had National Avocado Day. So not a lot of comments on the avocados. I like the spicy guacamole. Raspberry Cake Day, apparently a thing. All I put down was summertime favorite. Cool, refreshing dessert is how they describe the National Day calendar. Raspberry cake. Looked nice. Looked really nice. But how about this? We're going to go to the dogs now. And today it happens twice a year. It's National Mutt Day. National Mutt Day. July 31st, December 2nd is National Mutt Day. And basically, everyone is encouraged to embrace, save, and celebrate mixed breeds of dogs. So, you're out there and you have, here we go. Back to the avocado. Like mine with bacon and hot sauce. I can get behind that. Anything with bacon. Bacon's one of those things that's just, a little hot sauce bacon. I might have to try it. Now, do you put that, Craig, do you put that on toast? Are we doing that on toast? What are we doing that on? Where are we at with that? Is it on roll, on toast? Is it just, you just throw it all together in a bowl, mash it up? What are we doing? Let's see. Pre-made cup of guacamole every day. Oh, well, I tell you what, Dennis, it's got to be as healthy as anything else you can eat. It's got all the vitamins. It's got the protein, the fiber. It's got everything in there, and it tastes good. Avocados, and it's a fruit. Oh, with chips. Yeah. Ooh, nice with the bacon on the chips. All right. Just a different way to get it done. All right. I like that. All right, so now back to the Mutts. Embrace, save, celebrate mixed breed dogs. And how about this? I didn't know this. This is one heck of a statistic. 3.3 million dogs enter shelters every year, either abandoned or abused dogs. But they enter the shelters. 3.3 million dogs enter shelters every year. That's a lot of dogs. That's a lot of dogs. And I'll tell you what, I have a friend of mine that just picked up a dog at the shelter. I think Jefferson County Humane Society shelter, went there, got a dog. Dog is fantastic. And the biggest thing the dog has an issue with is a little anxiety when my man Ronnie leaves and goes someplace, and the dog's kind of like, okay, wait a minute, am I being abandoned? So he's working on that. But I'll tell you what, the sweetest dog, and you can almost tell that the dog knows that this is his guy. He's rescued me from being in the shelter. And the people that do the work out at the shelters, thank you, because that's I would imagine a bit of a thankless task some days. Now my dog Sweets, her and her brother were actually abandoned. I was at spring training, covering spring training, and my wife called me and told me that there were two dogs. They look like black labs, and that I don't think she's not a complete black lab. I think there's a little something else, because when Sweets goes to retrieve the ball, I'll throw it once or twice. She's like, okay, I'll bring it back. I'm done now. Now, my first black lab was actually purebred, that apparently two hunters down in North Carolina, when I lived down there, apparently their dogs got together unplanned and was able to get a purebred black lab puppy with papers for $100. It was the biggest black lab I've ever seen. Angus was his name. And he would get the ball. You throw it 1,000 times. He was ready to go. He might take the ball, lay down for a second, then bring it over to you when he got a little bit of a rest. Now, where Sweets is just like, I'll get it once. I'm good. I'm all set. So, but she was abandoned with her brother. And she's been absolutely fantastic for the past 15 years. So if you have an opportunity, if you're looking for a dog, if you're looking for a dog that's going to appreciate you for helping out, they know. I really do believe that. I really do believe they know, when they're being helped out. And so today is National Mutt Day. And I remember, Jazzbo. My mom might get a kick out of this. Jazzbo. I would have been a teenager back then. And she came to visit, and my brother and I, we were going to bowling alley, and my stepfather was with her, and this looked like a black lab. Again, probably, wasn't a purebred or anything. We kind of had that look, and was just, was obviously abandoned and was just looking for something to eat. And all of a sudden, next thing I know, Jazzbo is in the car with us in Connecticut. I had to drive home with my mom 2 hours to Jersey, and they get all checked out by the vets and everything. And I just remember my stepfather sitting behind the steering wheel in the driver's side of the car, and my mom's going, "What do you think? What do you think?" And he by him not saying anything, it was giving her permission to get to see if the dog would come with her. And sure enough, the dog came in, and Jazzbo was fantastic. What a great dog that was. And just one of those days where it was kind of like, what's going on? This is, but we knew the dog was abandoned, and it was just one of those things where a fantastic, again, another fantastic dog, and one of those dogs that, gets rescued. And I truly believe that. I truly believe they know. And I'm not pushing anyone to go out and get a dog just to go out and get a dog. If you have that room in your life to do that, if you have the time, because if you do get a dog or a cat, it's a full-time job. I mean, it's like having another child. So just understand that your life is no longer your own. If you're by yourself, you're going to be, you're going to have to take care of that dog. Okay, I want to go away for the weekend. How do we take care of the dog? So you have to do all those things. So it's not something to enter into lightly. But if you are looking for a dog or a cat, but specifically today on National Mutt Day, today could be your day to go and find that forever friend. So that is going to do it for today. Oh, just in case. Oh, I forgot to mention. All right, so prime time tonight on NBC. If you're looking for the Olympics, men's all-around gymnastics final, or gymnastics. So it's the individual event for the best all-around. It's not the team, because we already saw the team final. There's women's 100-meter freestyle, women's 1,500 meter freestyle final. That's the Katie Ledecky race. That's her specialty. And it all begins at 8 o'clock on WTOV9. WTOV9 all day has Olympic coverage as well. And then before we go, we're gonna be talking about this on our Off to the Races podcast coming up. It's the West Virginia Derby. Now, this weekend on Fox 9, you've got the Whitney Stakes at 3 in the afternoon on Saturday. Then the West Virginia Derby, it starts in the afternoon. It's a nighttime race or later in the evening. And Dragoon Guard, who just won the Indiana Stakes, Grade 3 Indiana Derby, has just been entered into the field, taking on a field of eight other horses. And Dragoon is looking for its 4th straight win. So we will be talking about that on Off to the Races with Mark Patterson from Mountaineer Racetrack Gaming Resort. So a lot going on this week. Thank you for being here. I greatly appreciate it. Greatly appreciate all the comments. Dennis, I love the newspaper information. That's fantastic. I love that. And then I'm gonna have to try. I have to try the pre-made cup of guac every day, and then the chips with the bacon and the bacon hot sauce. That sounds awesome. And I'm gonna have to find the Philippine woman that won the weightlifting, because I'm really interested in seeing this reaction, because Marty said it was a tremendous reaction. So looking forward to that. So, and again, if you are looking for the Olympics when maybe NBC's down for an hour or two and they don't have the coverage, Peacock really does have the Gold Zone. It should be something you look into if you're looking for Olympic action. So a lot going on. Thank you. I can't thank you enough. As always, thank you to Valley Converting. Thank you for joining us on the conversation. Remember, 2 rules: have fun and always try your best. We'll see you next time, everybody.